What's happening, people? Music Monday it is, and Music Monday it is again. And we are on track 3 on the Cemeteries and Junkyards album. Tune I wrote called That's Happening. So, what's this about? Well, I'll tell you first of all, going back and listening to some stuff off this first album, my voice was that high. This is an absolute hard I have to listen to as a singer. When you first start off, you don't have your voice yet, and it hadn't dropped, my voice hadn't dropped yet. I sound like a 13-year-old kid singing in the church choir. So, once I can stomach getting past that, you can actually get to the song. So, what's the song about? Well, when I was living in Macon over on Jefferson Terrace, there's a park right next to the post office called Washington Park. It's in this song. And I'd gone over there to watch Gene Bass's band. He had a kind of jazz power trio thing called the Fifth and Bay Supper Club. And they were playing a free show on a Sunday afternoon over there in Washington Park. So I was actually watching the band that was playing in front of them before they went on the thing. I saw these two little kids, a black kid and a white kid, playing in the creek in front of the stage, and I was just thinking, that's great. The youthful innocence, they don't realize how mean-spirited and awful and segregated the world can be. I hope it stays like that. So I kind of got the idea for the whole song just watching those kids sit there and play, listening to a band play on a Sunday afternoon in the park. There weren't 10 people there. There was no one there. They didn't do a whole lot of those, but it was a cool little park. There's some good lines. This is kind of back when I was writing more pop-oriented songs that weren't necessarily autobiographical. I would just make them up. And, I like the part about, there's the old man dreams of world peace, but he hates the man across the street, sinking in s'mores so deep he never touched the bottom. So, it's kind of like, hey, man, let's all get along. Everybody get along. As Dwayne Allman said, you got two kinds of people in this world, good folks, and assholes, and they fall conveniently and neatly into those two categories. The rest does not matter. A lot of truth in that. I wrote this song on the Gijo, the old Gijo. It's got those kind of Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, when you're in open G, those kind of chords. That kind of had the whole thing came out of that. A lot of picking in it, Jock led into this. Fun song to play. We probably should pull it back out and do it. Now that I can sing it with a different timbre on my voice is a little lower, I don't mind doing it as much. But whew, you go back and listen to the stuff you did as a kid, and it's painful. But it happens to all of us. I was listening to some early Tom Petty the other day, and I was like, you know what? That doesn't even hardly sound like him later. And it happens to all of us. So that's what we got for Music Monday. Tune I wrote called That's Happening, as Paul Harvey would say. Now you know the rest of the story, and you most certainly do.